Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out an alpha version of something called Secrets of Raetikon by developer Broken Rules. This is an absolutely stunning, look at the freaking title screen, it is beautiful. Open world exploration game where we're going to be playing as a bird and checking out this big ol' expansive environment set in the Alps, where we're going to be looking through all sorts of different types of puzzles and meeting some characters and having a story evolve and expand out in front of us. All while taking in the sights and sounds. So this is something that I've been very psyched to see come to fruition. This game's been in development for a pretty long time, and it's actually by the same people who did And Yet It Moves, which is another game that I've actually been meaning to cover on this channel for quite a while. So expect a video on that one fairly soon. But anyway, let's get into things. I think you guys are going to really like this one. So here we go. We're going to fall out of the sky and into the world as this little bird. Yeah, it's not a pleasant journey down, but thankfully he's a pretty hardy little guy. And let's go start making our way around. So press cross to flap your wings. Alright, I'm using the 360 controller, so cross in this case is A. But you can use mouse and keyboard as well. There are a bunch of options for that, which I guess we can have a quick look at. Oh, it's got sort of a generic, like, PlayStation-looking controller there for once. That's different. But there are all the controls. Not too complicated to figure out, and the game does tutorialize them for you as well. So nothing there that really weren't spending too much time on. Then for settings, very basic stuff. Full screen, mouse control, save and continue. Okay, brilliant. Then we've got some stats, which might actually give away a little bit about the game, and there's actually an editor as well, which we're not going to take a look at today, but maybe I could do on a future video. Might warrant its own thing. So we're going to follow this little wind here around as we start to notice what is really, I think, one of the defining features of the game, which is just this absolutely stunning art style. I mean, I know I said it about the title screen, but that same sense and that same aesthetic actually pervades the entire experience, and I think is what helps give this game so much life to it. I mean, yeah, granted, there's a ton of things to see and do as well, but, like, man, it's pretty to look at. That's one thing that I think, as being from an art background, I guess I'm kind of awestruck sometimes at the degree with which there is such vision put into games at times that, like, almost the gameplay starts to become secondary for me for a while because I just kind of have to look at it for a bit. And then eventually, you know, it starts to wear off and I get used to things, and hopefully the gameplay is actually there as well, and in this case I feel pretty comfortable saying it very likely is. I have only played about 5 minutes of this to get acclimated while I was getting my sound check done, but this is really easy to control. It feels good to control, and once you see what the premises are about, the premises about the puzzles, I think you're going to be into it, because it's all physics-driven as well, so we've got some exploration to do. You know, there's some character to the individual, you know, beings that we're interacting with here, and then we're going to grab this rock, if I could, R1 here, and then we're going to flap backwards. I'm a little torn about how I feel about when you flap, how the screen sort of stutters to capture that sense of momentum. I do feel like that's obviously some sort of an artistic decision made intentionally, but at the same time I kind of wonder if it might be a little bit confusing for some people and think maybe the game is like lagging or something. So I'm supposed to grab an animal here, and I think I'm supposed to, what, use this for food or something? I feel kind of bad. It's just like a nice little bird. What did you want me to do with it? Like smack it into a rock or something? That feels mean. I'll let you go away. So let's release some of these slivers which I was collecting, those little yellow orbs, and that should actually progress us to the next area. So you can see this obelisk here is lighting up in a pretty brilliant manner. And now we've got a lever which we can grab and pull. There is also some lovely background music as well as complementing the experience. It's just out of the way enough that, you know, it's there. It definitely feels good that it's there. It's unobtrusive, but it also is lending a good sense of ambience as well. Created a shard. Let's grab and hold on to it. Okay. That was a really beautiful animation, by the way. And I have to say, and this is not like I'm really like criticizing this or anything, but I have to say it feels like there was perhaps some similar artistic decisions made with this that went into Ridiculous Fishing, another game that I really, really enjoyed, partially for its art style. Maybe it's just a kind of a similar art style that I've never really seen done before, and since the two have some similar design choices, maybe that's why I'm seeing that. I mean, it's really nothing to do with the game at all. Oh my goodness, what is this? We've got Nordic runes or something going on. Yeah, okay, I can't read those. So hopefully I'm going to be able to translate that at some point. And this looks like a handle over here that I'm going to be able to maybe manipulate if I put this down. Oh. Nope. Okay, that is not, in fact. I can't tell quite what's always in the foreground or the background, but Shouldn't be too huge of a deal. Whoa, that's really pretty. Drop the shard here. Okay. Oh, like up here, you mean? Looks like there is actually a bit of a shape to it. It is a bit triangular. Is this actually where you want it? Or do you want me to go up to the top here? It's all filling in, isn't it? Or should I put it where it actually says drop the... Yeah. Okay. Done. I wasn't sure if it was going to magnetize or not. Find the other 6 shards to open all cage doors. Fly to the right. Okay, well, we're being rather direct right now, but I think that's probably fine to give us a bit of a sense of what it is that we're actually exploring here. I'm also getting a small sense of Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet just from the progression mechanic. The beginning is also giving me a feeling of like the beginning of Metroid or Super Metroid a little bit, in that you feel like you're kind of just discovering a totally huge world that you don't quite understand the scope of yet. Oh, look, there's a shard there, or a sliver. And I think that's probably one of the best things I could ever say about a game. Like, if I feel like I'm that wrapped up in the environment that I want to compare it to Super Metroid, I think you've done something very right, at least in my opinion. So we're going to keep collecting these things, and I also can pull these plants out of the ground for health bits, which I think are my red meter up at the top, which is now gone because I filled it up. And I can actually grab one of these rocks. I might be able to use this to break through something. Okay, is this probably where I'm going to be unleashing shards this time? There we go. So I've already got 7 out of the 10, so this is probably not going to take that long. Oh my goodness, I'm being grabbed by a crow. It's dragging me into a bramble patch of some sort. Oh, it's dragging whatever it finds into the bramble patches. That is mean. You are a mean crow. I'm going to stop you at some point, if I can help it. Or I might just do the same thing to some of the other birds. No, you can keep going. Oh, there's bunnies down here, too. Look at their pointy ears. Oh man, I can grab a huge bunny like that? Oh, I killed it. I think. I don't know what's going on. I got shards out of it. No? Okay, I guess they survive a fall from that height, so I probably don't want to bother them anymore. I do have enough slivers, I guess I can go back and complete that little mission. So I think this is sort of the premise in how things progress, at least at the start. We're going to be looking for things, solving small puzzles, and then getting ways to unlock newer areas. Oh, I didn't mean to get involved with him again. Yeah, you know what, though? You're not going to throw me into there, because I'm too good at that. Oh, come on now. Leave me alone. There we go. Alright, so that's going to start spinning around. Is that going to drop anything for me, or is this just the way it is for now? Is this, is there a lever here? Oh, I can turn this. Very slightly, though. I'm not the strongest bird in the world. There we go. I get a little bit of momentum and start flapping. Okay, and that opens up that little cave down below. If this crow would leave me alone, maybe I could actually get some work done. I don't know why I want to go in here, though. Oh, there's actually an area. Okay, it looked like it was super shallow, but that was not the case. Oh, wow. That is a giant bat statue, isn't it? Alright, what do I do with this? I have no idea at all. Can I give it shards? No. Can I grab anything? Nope. What about down here? Oh, there's a head. Alright, so maybe I should reassemble the other statue over here on the other side and see if we can maybe put that back into action. I think there's a bit of the body there. What's going on? Okay, so I'm actually just kind of going against the grain, but, you know, it's not too big of a deal. A very tough little bird. I mean, look at the determination on his face. Very exotic color scheme to him as well. Alright, so where's the base of this? That's the base. So we want to get the matching triangle patterns. We want those to both happen in the same orientation. So let's grab this chunk down here. You would think from the like chaotic kind of sort of spastic nature of the way I'm flying around that it would be difficult to control this. I don't feel like it necessarily really is. This might be a little bit more difficult just because of the nuance of trying to slide something together, but thankfully it snaps into place and then everything is kind of set from there. And then we want to grab the knot head. But how are we going to orient this? Let's see where the triangle lines up. The triangle is facing... So the slanted part is facing in. You can see the actual end of the point there, so we need to rotate it like fully all the way around, it looks like. We'll put it down and then lift it up, and I think that would be it. Yep. The game does seem to take care to give you a little bit of that visual cue to make sure that you have at least some idea of what it is you're trying to do here. I haven't really felt too confused, which in a game as obtuse as this could be a pretty easy thing to have happen. There we go. We have solved the puzzle. Things are opening up, and I guess this is maybe the next area that I want to head. Oh, 25 more shards to leave that one and get the next little lantern. Is there anything else I can do here? Whoa. Oh, more runes. So I guess the story and the narrative is sort of told through an exploratory fashion. It's just sort of where you find it experientially in the world, which I'm kind of a huge fan of that style of storytelling. I think that usually works very well, especially when you're trying to deal with something that is not regularly told, this type of story, I mean. Oh, come on with the crow. I just got away from you. I have full health, so I don't need to bother with that. There seems to be a shard down here. Oh, and there's a secret. Alright, and that's actually enough to get us to where we needed to go. So you gotta look a little bit carefully at times to get through some of this stuff. And there's actually a whole bunch more stuff that I didn't even see over here. How's the wind going through this log? I probably need to drop something through this because, you know, wood probably rotted. Oh, well, probably this. Let's grab this branch, knock away this rock, and this big old boulder should take care of our problem for us. Still totally taken back by how beautiful this game is. I really just love the lush experience of being in this world. Oh, what's this? Can I pull this apart? There's apparently entire, like, ecosystems that we're going to be forging and changing based on our actions, too. I mean, this is still alpha, which is astounding to me. The game looks this good in alpha, and it should be coming out to Steam Early Access as early as January, so it's actually not all that far away. Given this recording is going up in December, so, you know, a little less than a month, actually. And this is one that I definitely am going to be wholeheartedly recommending to you guys to check out. And it's one that I've had sitting in my folder to play for a while. I just, for whatever reason, I just hadn't gotten around to it. And I think they definitely deserved all the attention they could get for the work they've put in so far. This is, oh, okay, I guess some sort of a door knocker in a large-scale fashion. Reminding me a little bit of some of the architecture that we've seen in something like the later areas in one of the expansions in World of Warcraft, as strange as that comparison is to make. Okay, fly as hard as you can, and then push. There we go. Actually took a little bit of effort to make the physics actually line up for that, and I've got 38 slivers, which should be enough to take me back and through to that next zone. Let's just head back up here, and oh, there's another one over here. Pull. Can I not get a good grip on this one? Oh, I think this whole rock might be all together, and it doesn't seem to be budging, so I might need some kind of another way in on this one, or maybe a power-up or something. I'm not really sure if there is such a thing. Oh, look at that. We can echo the dolphin our way over the top of this peak. And if we happen to swoop just right, we kind of lose control of our character when we pass that little line that you might see. But when we lose control of our character, you start to fall into a free fall, which you can use to, you know, get a nice angle and grab all of these slivers. There we go. Took me a few tries there, but I did get it. Now, let's get rid of this crow one more time. Can't catch me. The gingerbread bird. Alright, let's drop off our slivers here and see about getting the next little puzzle piece. I love how it lights up like that. Everything is such a bold, vivid color palette. And pull lever up. There we go. That animation, too. Okay, so let's grab our chunk and let's bring that back out. And I'm not sure what this will open up. I haven't really had any experience with where this game goes in this way, but I am curious to know. Oh, leave me alone, please. I've gotten this far away from you. Why don't you just go back to your nest? Yeah, there you go. Quite a while for him to de-aggro there. Alright, so back to the wheel. Is it going to tell me where to drop each one? It looks like as I pass them by, each one lights up, so... I don't know, is there like maybe a semblance of choice here? Maybe I can bring it to the one that I want to bring it to? That actually might be the case. Alright, so whatever that is, that cage is opened. Or maybe it even doesn't even matter which one we open, as long as we open one of them. I mean, as you can see, this one has opened the one on the left, that one's opened that one up there on the right. But it's not like I can let them out, it just lets me see in, right? This isn't like the end of the Sonic the Hedgehog, where I finish the boss battle, then the capsule drops down and jump on the top and all the animals go free. I've still got to figure out how to free them from this whole contraption here, which is definitely pretty mysterious. And I think that's one thing that can't really be overstated, is how mysterious and enigmatic this game is, and I think the art style really does go to complement that. So I believe I want to be headed now to the right. It seemed like the next place that I could really go. Oh, I can actually snag myself on this tree if I want to. Wonder if there's a reason for that. Looks like I can just make it sway back and forth. Everything looks like a Triforce in this game, which is kind of funny to me. Alright, moving on, moving on. Maybe I'll do something with those rabbits in a bit. We've gotten through the door knocker and then on through here. Oh, things are looking a bit more scary. Ooh, brambles everywhere, so we've got to be very careful about how we navigate this environment. That is really pretty, though. Oh my goodness, the colors here. That is a screenshot and a half. Alright, let's go back up carefully. Okay, well, I'm clearly going to take some damage here. That wasn't a thing that I was expecting not to have happen. Too many double negatives there. Alright, keep going. I'm trying to pull this bit of a statue along, I guess. I'm not sure why, but I'm assuming I'm going to need it for a puzzle. But it's hurting me quite a bit. It's going to be a lot easier to go back through that than to go forward. Oh, hello. I found the foxes. Hello, foxes. What do you say? Should I wake up the foxes, or are they going to bite me? I don't know if they're nice foxes or mean foxes. Maybe they don't like birds hanging around them. Hello, foxes. Hello. Okay, all the kits are up. And it looks like Mama Fox might be aware that I'm here. Hello. Oh, you're going to give me access through to this little cave. Thank you for that. Let me through to the fox den. That is so pretty. Can I sit on your head? No. Kind of want to go back and see if I can pull that bit of statue out. Oh, because there's more bits over here, too. I also wonder if they will group up together. Like, if I put them down and then leave the area, will they just be gone when I come back and reset to their default positions? I do not know. Okay, so we can go around the back through this cave. Oh, this will look really cool when it's done, we promise. I 100% believe it. That's hilarious. So actually, you get to see a little bit of the jagged edges in the game, which is kind of awesome, actually. I kind of look at that like a positive in a weird way, even though I'm sure developers want me to show off their game as finished as possible, and, you know, give the best possible impression of the game based on what the very best they could do is. I think it's really cool to be able to have a look behind the curtain for a moment, especially in a game that's as pretty as this, and see how much work they did to get it to this point, because really, if you don't have the sparse version to compare it to, you might not be able to tell just how much work would have gone into something like this. But anyway, let's drop off all of our shards here and see what that gets us. There we go. Oh, I had a few too many. Well, I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to get us. Probably another of those little lanterns. Oh, this one doesn't stick, though? Oh, there it goes. I just didn't slam it into place properly. Alright, so that's another one of those. I guess I have to drag it back unless there's like a fast travel option that opens up later. Oh, this is a rock. For whatever reason, I didn't think that that was going to be solid. And I'm not sure where we're going to go after this, but I guess we'll just wrap up the episode at this point. I'll just go ahead and bring this lantern back. And that will pretty much be it. So if you guys want to go ahead and grab this, you can actually go in and pre-purchase the game. Like I said, it should be available for Steam Early Access coming in January. But right now, if you head on to the developer's website, you can actually get alpha access. I believe that should give you whatever the newest build is, and I don't necessarily know that this is the newest build. This one might be a little bit old now. But you would be able to play it early, is my point. So if you want to head over to the link that's going to be in the description of this video, that is the way that you can achieve that. And then, again, you're going to be hearing a lot more about this game in the coming weeks. So you might want to grab it and get in early. I think this is definitely a pretty exciting and amazing little experience. So let's go back. We're almost there. Drop off one more of these. The stupid crow is going to chase me again. I don't know if it's a crow or a raven or just an angry bird. I wish I could launch it into space. There we go. And almost there. Wait, oh, I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? This is just a little swirly cave that I didn't need to go into. I actually wanted to go through to this draft down at the bottom. That's the one. I feel like I'm always bursting my speed all the time. Like maybe the regular speed could have been a little faster or something. But looks like there's a lot more still to get. Find other 6 shards to open all cage doors, right? Alright, so yeah, we've freed another of our friends here up at the top. It looks like some sort of a deer or an elk or something. All of nature seems to be enclosed in these boxes for whatever reason. So I want to get to the bottom of this, and I want to start reading what those runes have to say about this whole conundrum. So I can't wait to play more of this, and I hope you can't either. But with that, I will wrap up the episode now. So again, if you want to check out this game, head on into the description. That will be available below the video, as well as leave me any feedback you'd like. I'd love to hear from you on what you think about this game. In terms of the scope of it, what do you think about the art style? What do you think about the progression mechanic? Any comparisons, or what does it make you feel as you're watching it? Feel free to comment all that stuff. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, any support that you can leave is greatly appreciated, so if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like on it. Of course, that's entirely up to you, but if you think I deserve one, it does definitely help me out quite a bit. And feel free to check out some of my other social media stuff as well. I have a Twitter, which is going to be in the description as well, my Facebook, my Twitch page where I stream all the time, and then, of course, indie-impressions.com, the main site for the series, where you can catch all 600-plus episodes of the series, all sorted and categorized for you by genre, payment style, and platform. So if you want to look for any other indie games out there, that's a good way to start, even if you just want to browse through all the free ones and see what you can play at the moment if you're just looking to kill a few minutes. But with that, I will leave you for another day, so please be sure to come back again tomorrow. New episodes are every single day, so I'll catch you back here again then, and I hope you have a lovely night. Talk to you later.